Sarah, how do you do this?
Hi, a panel discussion, or simply called a panel, is a discussion of people who are expert about certain topics, whether it is about science, academics, commerce, or sometimes it is just simply about television shows or fan conventions, wherein they would discuss the topic that they are adept to, together with an audience. Usually, the purpose of this is to advance their topic and to further open the discussion of the subject that they're talking about. In a typical panel discussion, there are three roles that should be played by the people in it.
Language, we are all given the freedom to live, to life and liberty. And on Commission on Human Rights, we are an institution under the Philippine Constitution, and we investigate those complaints that violate human rights. We are against abuse and oppression.
So nowadays, how do you think the government and society view human rights?
Should I get this?
Again,
So as you can see in the media, whether it is the traditional media or social media, we are aware of what is currently happening in the Philippines under the current administration, wherein even our president instructs the police.
How about you, Miss Commissioner?
I would like to agree to what he said. Nowadays, there are cases that violate to what we aim to protect. The administration disregards the ability of a vulnerable sector of society to protect themselves. The plan of war on drugs has the number of 12,000 victims, not counting the unidentified number of victims. And most of these victims are part of the poor. So we may lead to this conclusion that the war on drugs is not, wait, not ulit, lead to the conclusion that the war on drugs plan is also anti-poor, pertaining to the social status of the fatal victims today. And in this situation, it really says a lot about where we stand in the human rights of the Philippines.
Yes, and I think what she wants to tell us is that the war on drugs isn't really about fighting the drug users and pushers, but actually eradicating the poor Filipino people who are just victims of the very flawed system which they were born into.
Nice. I
You know, like,
Those are good insights. I think we should allow the audience to participate in this discussion.
Hi, I'm Regina Lagaya, a first-year medical technology student from Far Eastern University. And as to what you mentioned earlier, I have a question. As a youth, how can I help in protecting and preserving the human rights of the Filipino people?
I think as a it is not true that we cannot actually do anything because we're too young. As a part of CDAC Youth Part of this, I would like to remind everyone that as a part of the very young and energetic population, we must utilize these resources and really stand as a group and embody what the Filipino values should be, which is respectful of human.
And then our last question from the audience.
Hi, I'm Jam Valdez from Far Eastern University, a medical technology student. So, considering that even our administration doesn't respect the human rights in our country, is it realistic to say that our country can still be a human rights friendly country?
as we all know, nothing is really permanent. Change is always happening around us. And as long as there are people like you who believe in attaining human rights, and people like us who create organizations to protect these rights, I believe that we can really attain this dream. So, yeah, that's it.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching Big Colossus.
Ang gago.
Ulit.
Saan ka natapos?
That's all for today. I hope we have learned something from the discussion. Let this be a reminder that we must stand up for what we need is right, and change can only happen through us. Thank you for watching.